Do you wanna be an asshole? Why, yes, I think I do. What is that song? That is from the experimental jazz group Jaga Jazzist. From their extraordinary album, A Living Room Hush. We did it. Now, again, if you have never, ever, ever seen this combo, don't worry, it's going to happen live right in front of you. See, look, Diemre is going to be like, oh, look, I got it. You running main deck counters, Diemre, or are we going to see a reactionary growth spiral? Say Kvoth to the growth. Fuck. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Trying again. If at first you don't succeed, just cast a spell again, dude. The fuck? Another Hando Lando would be Dando. Don't get eliminated. Ugh. I just can't stand it, and I don't believe in it. Wow, wow, wow. I'll go ahead and play the Guardmage straight into the counters. Doesn't even matter to me. It's not even important to me. Soon enough, I will run Diemre out of cards. So this is that, like, Ramp Flash deck? Alright, no Landos in the Hando. You love to see it. You love to see it. If I can pull this shit off, that would be slick, sick, solid, and tight, and it would make me feel alright this night. Yeah, whatever. I don't care about 3 damage. I don't care about it. Uh-oh, it's time to raise that alarm. Ear, ear, ear. Counter it. Counter it, Diemre. It resolves. Guess what? Gotta raise this alarm twice. This is gonna get countered. Let's go ahead and pop this in case there's quench. In case of fire, I will break the glass. It's me, Winota! Alright. Fuck out of here. Alright, well. No attacks. Brazen Borrower's like... Hit me. Ow. One more time. Well, that's a good sign, at least. I don't need to attack. Oh, Ghost Stalker says, I'm sorry, I'm afraid I cannot continue moderating for Day 9 TV. I bought, started, and gotten power to turrets in Factorio. I feel this is all I am now. I wish you all well without me. We're gonna miss you, Ghost Man. We're gonna miss you. Alright, well, I know the play. It's to block this and block this. And then it's to just take a trip to get their city. You know, that's... Really, this is all I am. Let's look at the top 6. I blame Jeff Hoogland. Let's just gain control of our own guy. It's fine. Fuck, man. Who runs counter spells, especially when it's really good? You know, there's actually a tweet that I Was it Knox? Was it Jeff? I can't remember if it was the case where Jeff was tweeting about how people shit on those Simic decks because, and I quote, it doesn't feel like I'm actually getting to be interactive. When in fact, it's like at the highest end of the extreme of interactivity. It's really interesting because Mark Rosewater and many designers have said that players are really good at identifying. Holy shit, I didn't play the white mana source. I'm not a good player. That's what all the designers said. Like, famous designers have said this, and, you know, it's kind of inspiring to hear them all collectively shit on my inability to play video games. Anyways. Call him Shock and Sean. That players are very good. This is a human noble. Players are very good at identifying problems, very bad at solving problems. They're bad at seeing where there are lacking aspects. Very bad at proposing good solutions. And I feel like that's a way in which this happens concretely is there's words that designers will use. Because often, if you're trying to do anything creative, whether it's designing a game or even like trying to paint a piece of art, whether you're trying to write a story, something like this, it can be very difficult to like quite find the phrase that really nails what you're going for. So what will you use? You will use some sort of like, kind of like a lens to describe what's going on. Not like a perfect nailing it statement, but like just trying to get the gist of kind of how you're looking at it. And an example of this that I'll use is a game like Dota is kind of structured to be a competitive fight, right? But a game like Angry Birds is not about skill or competition. It's about just sort of experiential. The Jackbox games like Drawful are just, they're not about skill. They're about having fun, you know? Like, and that's just kind of like a hand-wavy sort of statement, kind of like the gist of what's going on kind of thing. And what's been happening a lot in the last few years as social media has been rising up. And speaking of rising up, I'm about to just get an absolute rise out of this turn. Hold on. We're going to come back to this. Attack with these non-human soldiers. Bing bong. You're mine. Come here. Yeah! Yeah! Fuck that person and their happiness. Ugh. Happiness is a zero-sum game. I cannot become happy unless someone else becomes sad. Anyways. Let's hang on to this and see what happens. Anyways, what's happened in the rise of social media is you've been seeing blogs come up, more just designer to customer streams and things like this. You see some of these instances of language start to crop up super concretely. It is a good day to scry. No, not necessarily. And interactive is one of those words that, you know, Hearthstone designers have talked about. It sort of bled on over to the Magic community, and Magic players talking about, like, the idea of making something fun and interactive. You actually want there to be back and forth that occurs. Show me what I got. So we're seeing the Azorius colors. Sure. We're seeing the Azorius colors. Let me just step away and briefly note there was a large standard event, and in the top there were a lot of Lurrus sacrifice decks. But Azorius Control got third place, and I've cribbed that list, and I have it in my back pocket. But this is something that I actually find really, really fascinating about this, again, this rise of additional access points for designers to talk about stuff. It's almost created this world in which you have designers just suddenly almost stuck between a rock and a hard place. If you don't communicate, that's obviously bad, right? You don't want to be a fully non-communicative developer. But then on the flip side, what if you start using that language and then people from the community start trying to appropriate your language to describe their feelings, and they maybe are using it incorrectly for how you feel. Oh, it's like really interesting. And by the way, none of this is like some sort of unsolvable thing.
War is hell. If I can't
it's not like unsolvable. I just think it's interesting. It's interesting. So coming all the way back to that Flash deck, which was highly interactive, I have seen people describe that as it was just not interactive. And I feel like that's like almost using the wrong word. You know what I mean?
Don't worry, I got this.
I am a big giant. Essence Scatter. This deck runs 3 main deck Essence Scatters. Exile this creature I control. This will either give me a Winota, or it will give me a Elite Guardmage.
I can do better than you.
I forgot that it could also do that as well. I forgot that it just exiled until it hit something that was more expensive. That's my bad. Whoopsie daisies. Why, yes, I'd love that order. And then I think I want to do like this, probably, is what feels the best good to me. Yeah, I look forward to having the hit come out again next turn. Oh my god, Banishing Light used on their own Teferi. That's... you love to see it. I'd like this one. And what I'm pointing to about the feeling of playing against a Flash deck is I think players are correct in that it can be super unfun to play against a Flash deck when all your shit gets countered. However, I do think that calling it non-interactive is the wrong phrase, which is interesting. Oh my god, Croaky's hosted for 2,400 people. Oh my god, to everyone from the wonderful, excellent channel that is Croaky's channel, I would just like to apologize in advance for the kind of gameplay that you're going to see here. Welcome and thank you, Croaky's, the progenitor of all decks. However, I will note, Croaky's posted a list where Croaky's hit #1 with Lurrus Rakdos, and that precise list was what was used to hit #1 in the recent standard event. There's only one counterspell I can think of. Well, I guess there's 2 if this deck runs main deck Mystic Disputes, which I actually suppose that it likely does. So I'm going to wish to pinch this off. Yeah, I just don't think it's fair for Raz 255 to be allowed to have that land. Yeah, I don't think, like, no blue land seems fair to me. Oh, fuck yeah. The Alum says, I think Croaky's almost canceled host when he saw Winota in your hand. Yeah, you'd hate to see it. Alright, well, this is a human wizard. This is a human rogue. This is a human rogue. This is non-human creatures. So, you know, I am both happy and thrilled to say that when we play the Legai on Warboss... Actually, let's see if we can get another Legion Warboss out of here. It seems difficult to do, but...
I have enhanced my tactics.
I'm pretty good at just getting lucky, you know? Oh my god, exile another creature. Yes, let's exile this. Oh my god. Oh, you love to see it. Alright. Alright, let's get this one. By not just smashing out an Agent of Treachery, this gives us a higher likelihood of being able to get in damage, avoid getting countered, and then still probably get another flicker effect, either from a Charming Prince, because I have all the Agents of Treacheries here. Alright, well, you love to see it. Holy fuck. Actually, what am I doing? I just need to take this blue. We had lethal, but I've never been one to do things correctly.
If I can't use it as a weapon, it's useless.
I always forget about that secondary text. I always forget about that secondary text. Holy crap. This deck is gross. Wow, dude.
Go get him, buddies.
I'm gonna deck myself with this at least once today. Yeah, this deck rips and it slaps. You like the lighting? This is the I love my cat. I care more about the happiness of my cat getting to tan in the sun. Yeah. Getting some sun, sweetheart? Okay, you're licking your butt. That's good. It's good to see. I should probably mulligan this. I don't actually have the ability to cast my stuff. I'll put the big boy back. My cat is famously disgusting, and I love her. She's so good. Well, I'd rather have one of these. What's this list? This is Jeff Hoogland's version of Winota. The idea of Winota is you use Raise the Alarms, Legion Warbosses, and of course, etc. to try to create an army of non-humans, and then smash a Winota down and just blast through with an Agent of Treachery or some such thing. For instance, right now, if we draw a Winota, we almost guaranteed win. Almost guaranteed win. Assuming our opponent does not do anything to us. These Gyruda decks I have not actually found to be spectacular. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't matter to me. That was close. Alright, well, let us commence the bashing. Again, if we draw Winota, chances are we just immediately win because we'd be attacking with 6 non-humans. Oh my god, and Savvy's just raided with a party of 363. Oh my god, there's just, I'm blushing so much today. Can I slash VIP people? Slash VIP Savits, I believe, slash VIP Crokies. There we go. You're very important people. We're trying to separate VIPs from mods, which I think is like a fantastic, fantastic system that Twitch implemented. I really, really like that feature because, like, you know, we wanna give a nod to some of our fellow streamers who are here. And also, as you know, I talk about Jeff Hoogland's lists all the time. But I mean, we all know that all lists initially originate from Croakies. Croakies made 100% of the decks that you're seeing today. But I would never want to give any of those people mod privileges. You know, they can't be trusted as much as we're grateful to them. Oh, God. The tease is so strong. Oh, my glordy, bordy, bordy, forty, bordy. Prail. Prail gifted a slick 4. Alright. Thanks, Prail. You so sweet, Prail. Woo! Well, you know, I kind of like that Gyruda decks exist. I kind of like it, and I'll explain why after I absolutely wreck-a-roni in the pepperoni this stuff. I would like I guess an Elite Guardmage. I like Gyruda decks because I don't think that they're particularly good right now at staying alive. They feel very unstable. But if I am trying to be disproportionately greedy, it feels like it's important to have that kind of deck there to take a dump on me. Wildcards, if you chose the Prince there, you could scry before your next Winota trigger and guarantee the agent more. That's a nice point. You love to hear it. Points, you love to hear them. Gyruda decks keep you honest. Yeah, I feel like Gyruda decks are... It's just a different type of wall in deck construction, you know. Am I intelligently addressing something that crushes greediness? Yeah, if it wasn't Gyruda, it'd be something else. Yeah.
These little guys are great.
I gotta get yet more coffee. A little more coffee. No! Yeah, the one thing that our deck in particular is lacking is certain utility to deal with this sort of stuff, but, you know, it doesn't really matter. My God, my coffee angel. Oh my God. You guys, I don't know if you know how nice it is to be quarantined with the greatest human. But none of that matters anymore because we're obsessed with Winota. We get a pip of delight from coffee. We now get a pip of delight by stealing this. Yes! Yeah, every time! I'm serious, it's so obnoxious! Your cat makes coffee? Oh yeah, the coffee angel. But dude, let me tell you. You can actually go to my Twitter and you can see we had a date night. This is Britt's idea, and it was brilliant, right? It's that we are sort of in Groundhog's Day. You know that feeling where, like, there are so few reference points of newness? Like, every day, I wake up, I go walk downstairs in front of the apartment, up and down the streets. And I come back, and I eat food in the same kitchen, and, you know, there's like, no variety. So she was like, hey, let's get dressed up, put on music and dance and have a date night. And I was like, oh, fuck yeah. So I got dressed up in, I think, the only clean suit that I own. Alright, so we are hunting for it with this Scry. We are hunting for a Legion Warboss. Different lighting is changing everything. That's right. It's cat lighting. Look pretty sharp in that suit. Thank you. When I was in Hong Kong in July of last year, and yes, it was during when all the demonstrations were taking place, I got a suit. My first ever fully tailored suit. I got to pick the material. Got to be all dressy dolly duppy. I think the suit was like $600. It was pretty reasonable, man. And it actually has this, like... And it's a three-piece, so it's suit, pants, and vest. I guess we can swing in and get damage here, because we don't care if this dies anymore. Yeah, Hong Kong is a place famous that business folk travel to get suits. And professionally, I have to bring my own suits to various events. So, you know, it's a good investment to do. And so, the suit has this, like, sort of pattern, this sort of, like, sparkly, gemmy pattern. I really like it. I really like it. But I haven't really had a good time or place to wear it. By the way, this is odd. This is odd. This is odd. This is even. So that does proc. And I haven't really had a place to wear it yet. I guess I'll get this. Alright, well, here we go. Alright, let's mentor on this. There you go. And we'll get an Agent of Treachery. We'll take this. Let's get a Charming Prince, so that way we can exile another creature. Let's do this and return it back to the battlefield to take this land. That's good. Let's get an Agent of Treachery, and we'll take this. Yeah, no, I'm telling you, this deck is just so stupid. Yeah, choose your blocks, JFK. Yeah, Agent of Treachery is, like, very strong in this little deck-a-roni. Yeah, you got it. Oh, and let's not forget we have an Agent of Treachery that's going to come back, and I just think I'll take this land. That actually seems good to me. Now, let's not forget, at the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more permanents you don't own, draw 3 cards. We now own 1, 2, 3 permanents that we don't control. Our opponent still owns the Wolf Willow Haven. Beninox says, what's the best way to take a suit on a plane? Wait, you mean outside of just putting it in the suitcase? I think I don't understand the question. Like, wrap it up in plastic so it's airtight, suck the air out so it's vacuum sealed, and then swallow it in an extra large condom. And then poop your suit out once you're in America. It's like, oh, he's not doing anything criminal. He's just doing something that could hurt himself very badly. Let him through. Let him through. Yeah, I mean, it is called a suitcase. You're right. Like... Yeah, that's what I just described is probably the second best way to bring a suit on an airplane, but probably the first best would be to put it in a suitcase. But for me, I actually have this bag that, like, it just hangs in the closet, and I put the suits in there, and then it folds into thirds, so you actually kind of have this fashion log that you can bring with you. The game is won. Like, I mean, I can Legion Warboss, then I can get some extra Lando Calrissians. And then Bobramir is gonna just probably, oh yeah, Concederoni and the Pepperoni. Bing bong. Fashion log is another name for a Gucci stump. That is true, Zero-Zium. There's a whole lot of synonyms that I find to be highly underexplored and underrated. No! Well, farts. Deafening Clarion is still a good card. Jeff Hoogland says, interaction. Ugh. Ugh, there was interaction that happened. Ah. Boo. Alright, well, let's play this. Let's play this. And let's swing it in to cause this to happen. Ugh. Now, the funny thing is that when you pull a card out with Winota, it is indestructible. Whenever a non-human creature you control attacks, look at the top 6 cards, put a human onto the battlefield, it gains indestructible until end of turn.
You show remorse, I'll show restraint.
And remember, if any of you ever miss little tidbits like that, you're not messing up, you're just playing Magic. That's a normal thing to have happen in Magic. A normal thing to have happen is to read a card which has, because this is a cool game, like 10 significant components. Your brain will typically recall like the top 3 or 4 of the significant ones. Mr. Uh-oh. We have a subtrain choo-choo. Maybe I should have played the other outer. Mr. Hachiko gifted 5 subs to Brosaurus Rex, Dirk Herkington, and more. And following shortly, Seraphic Soul gifted 65 subscriptions. 65. 65 is a 69 when one of you has a severe back problem. Thank you, Seraphic Soul. It's pretty good. Man, Seraphic Soul, what did we do? Wow. My God, Seraphic Soul. Thank you. And I wanna also not... Oh, crap. Man. Okay. Turns out interaction is the way to kill this. Let's take a peek. So we exile this. Probably the best thing to get would be a
Can all
what?
become stronger.
This. Probably the Sphinx. Oh, fuck yeah, you're right, if I did put the Chandra underneath, then I could have Chandra Winota. Fuck! Fuck! I chose this ordering because if my opponent has, like, Kenrith, I would be dead last, or the following turn anyways. Well, I guess we'd be dead here as well. 5, 4, it would be 1, 5, 5. No, we'd be okay. Karn? Karn? Well, the good news is we can swing with the Phoenix, which procs Winota. What a call. What a call. Are you fucking serious? This is creature cards and Great Lukka enter the battlefield. So this says exile until you reveal a creature card. Put that card into the library. This says creature cards and graveyards. Card. Yes, so doesn't work, right? Doesn't work. Right. So I should actually be going for the Circus of Value here. Super good.
With the strongest around.
Do I have anything to interact with that? Because this is just creature cards can't... This is a symmetric effect.
I am proud.
Okay. And Winota says, look at the top 6 cards of your library and put it onto the battlefield, tap and attacking. So this actually does deal with Winota, huh? Intéressant. So this is going in for me. Okay. So this means our Winota doesn't do a thing. Do I want this? I'm going to say that that's a likelihood is probable. Let's go ahead and hit plus. Because we can always get an Agent of Treachery here. We can also always not get anything at all. Winota is merely a 4/4. Merely a 4/4. So we're going to play Winota and Bonecrusher and just basically be willing to trade. Because look, when this guy triggers, we have lots of these, but this shuts that down. Whereas if it said exile cards until you exile a creature, then put that into the battlefield, then this is not entering from the... This is not entering from the library, it's entering from exile. So that's why I'm like taking a long time to like stop and be like, brr. Yeah, maybe the Sphinx Foresight's the best one to get rid of in the short term. But Lukka will eventually hit something very juicy. Such as right now!
Monsters are the key to defending my city.
Got it. Really good. Fantastique. So this is okay.
Let's slow this down.
Probably bounce the Elspeth Conquers Death. But then if you replay the Elspeth Conquers Death,
Trust me, I have a plan.
you can only do the Elspeth Conquers Death and that's it.
This isn't worth my time.
Hooray for cycling! Oh, fuck cycling. Alright. Shuffle up and deal. I'm not scared of this fairy anymore. I'm not afraid anymore. Grafdigger's Cage, man. Maybe the cage should just be in main decks.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Ow. Ow. If I just get the Agent of Treachery. Oh, you love to see it. Bam. Pow. Boom. Hit me with them space bars into the face bars. Ugh. Excellent. Alright. I see no time better than right now to switch to the BO3. It's a Winota pile. Yeah, I mean, like, when all your cards are attacking, like, Winota is a card that is getting benefits from attacking. So, like, even if you shut down the spike effect, you still got a whole bunch of creatures that are swinging into the face. Oh, that Foggy just gifted a gift to Simp HF. Simp, have fun. Alright, we're against Sadakor, who shall henceforth be named Sakador. So I think I really do want to do this, and I want to just take a little peeky. No and no. Do I want to draw Winota? So, the Lurrus decks, as we saw on our very, very first game of the day, Lurrus decks are trying to just... Oh, it's this one. Yeah. 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 Do I wish... I mean, Chandra's, like, so good. Like, why not? The Lurrus decks are, by and large, trying to just get a whole lot of marginal value just pinging up. Slight value, slight value, slight value, slight value. An anonymous human gifted 5 subs. Hey! Cheers to Anonymous. Cheers to Anonymous. Bring it on, you butthead. Got him.
Hey, go easy. I'm training here.
Go easy, I'm training here. Like, if we literally drew a Winota, that would have been so funny. I always do this first because I'm a streamer and I need to be able to ignore what's happening on the other person's turn.
Get him, buddies.
Get in there. Can I get a bing bong? It's pronounced symph. The PH is both silent and not. Huh. Symph. Thanks for the correction. Alright. Show me what you got. Meow. Dude, can I just say, I've been walking in the mornings, in the evenings. I've just been walking a lot. It has been nice. Is anyone else getting little tingle-tongles? I've been getting, like, little light numbness and twitching in my legs. This happened to me maybe 2.5, 3 months ago. And the doctor, as I was saying back then, told me it was piriformis syndrome. Has this been happening to anyone else but me? It's when your butt muscles get really tight and it pulls on the nerve a little bit. Get this, get this, get... Oh my god. Get this, get this. And loiter. Yeah, I mean... Rainbow Rat says, yeah, I've been sitting for a month now due to COVID issues. Yeah, I mean, normally I exercise pretty regularly. It just makes me feel better. And I just kind of stopped once it was like, sit inside, because, like, gym was closed. I mean, everything was closed. So I was just like, alright. Alright, I am here now. Dude, if we just peel the Winota, can you imagine it? You're kind of like peeling a Winota. Well, farts.
Hey, these little guys are great.
Anita says, yeah, the muscles beneath my scapula have gotten completely out of whack from not walking and sitting so much. Yeah, so I've just been like this morning I was talking to Eric. I was like, Eric, do you mind if we have this meeting while I'm walking? And I got in the zone and paced around a little bit. It's really nice. Like today, I'm not actually having any sort of tingliness. But it's like I do feel a little uncomfortable. Especially my lower back is... Koila's trample right? You know it. You know it and you're correct about it. And I'm happy to say that. Fartin' craps. Thonzo says, when I've gone out to exercise, I come back to my desk and my arms just don't stop shaking. Not sure if that's a good or bad sign. I've had that happen. You know what? I'm getting out of this game. This game didn't pan out, and that's okay, because we have a sideboard and we're not done yet. Alright, so this is the sideboard. How do we sideboard against this? Jeff? Jeff! Jeff! So Aether Gust, don't need it. Disdainful Stroke, Mystic Dispute. What are we playing against? We're playing against Orzhov Lurrus. Orzhov Lurrus. So my intuition is that I want this and maybe this in, but I'm unsure what to cut. I feel like maybe going like Bada Boom, something like this. And then maybe just stopping. Maybe just stopping right there. Would I rather have a Chandra? Would I rather have a Legion Warboss? I feel like I want the Chandra over the Legion Warboss because it both makes tokens and can recast the Scorching Dragonfire and the Raise the Alarm. Do I want Cubwarden? I don't actually... They can attack down Chandra is the issue. What do you think about this? What do you think about doing like this? So that way we have a little bit more creatureage. I'm gonna give this a shot. You like that, Jeff? Well, I like that. And I read what you wrote, and I did that. And I like doing what you say, Jeff. You know what? This hand sucks. Let's hang on to it. Oh, fuck. Alright. Alright, let's try to take out Sakador. The hand's good. The hand's good. What can I say? It's a good deck. We found a good deck. Ow! No! Now, I don't actually think I want to shock and raise the alarm. I think I'm actually just going to tap and then go, because I don't really have anything else to do. There's also an argument to be made for cracking the Fabled Passage sooner rather than later to increase the probability of drawing a non-land, but I'm not sure if I do want or don't want land. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I still don't get Stonecoil Serpent in these decks. I mean, like, once in my life have I found this to be reasonable. Because this mutates onto a non-human, and guess what? That is not a human. You might think that that's a human, but you're wrong. That's a soldier. And soldiers are not humans. Not a person. Not a person. Fact. Hottest take. The alarms! This is just, at the end of the day, if there's one thing I know for certain, it's that this is not a human. It's not a human. This begs the question, what are they? Just soldiers, man. Just soldiers. Like, what? It's right there on the card. Duh, etc. Yeah, I'd love to mutate this non-human. Please let it resolve. I'm gonna go with the over. Hit me with my meows. Is it meow o'clock? There it is. Fierce. My army of non-humans attacks. Healing. What a clever little sideboard card to have in here. The Cubwarden. The Cubwarden. I'm wardening you. Kavoth Kings is my first ever deck I read. That's my hand. Don't wear it out, or I will redraw a new one. Thank you so much for your faith in me, Jeff. I want you to leave this stream full well assuming that I just sideboarded correctly for the remainder of the day. And I want you to just think highly of me in the meantime. What about some heal on draw? Here I come. Healing! God, I want yet more coffee, man. I love coffee. I love coffee. Luris. Uris. Now, you know what's sick? That can just cycle infinitely. Ta-da! You love to see it. Here I come. Look out. Double block. Love it. You love to see it. Become roasty toasted. Cheers to me, everyone. Yeah, that's me. That's me after I turn off the stream. The sun goes down, day-night comes out. It's an attack. Oh, I additionally can... I see why Stone Coil Serpent in there. It's a permanent with converted mana cost 2 or less. Purple Phil says, I'm glad you came. Can you, in response... No. And all that counts is here and now. Full control could have sacked Serpent. I think it doesn't work that way. I think that it just literally does not hit the battlefield. Boy, Now repeat after me, Day 9. I'm a very lucky boy. I'm a very lucky boy. What movie is that from? It's a movie about the kid with the abusive father who makes the kid play the piano. Was that Shine? Shine movie? Oh, that is it. Yeah. Man, I nailed it. I nailed it. Bam! I will now collect some Fiend Artisans for myself. Oh, what? Another... Some dead weight on me? Damn. Goodbye, my friend. Let me tell you, Sakador is going to have to be a hungry, hungry hippo to stay alive in this match. Let me tell you. The bing bongs are coming on. This is a very good deck. Oh, I wish to stay alive. Oh, this is garbage. Ugh. Everything's great again. It's Winota. Oh, Winota. Prepare to bing bong. I'll exile this one. Oh, yeah. Ugh. We are now at 39 health. Feeling good, feeling strong. Lil Nidus is Day 9 when designing a top-down engine with WASD movement. Assuming a character rotates to face the mouse pointer, would you expect the camera to follow the character's center or leash to the pointer? I think I would need a diagram to even understand what you're talking about. Because you probably explained it clearly, but I cannot process it that fast. Because I am busy trying to hurt another human being. Welcome back. I love this cat. Got him. Yeah. Looks good to me. LGTN. If you have like sharp top down like GTA 1 or Crimson Land or what's another modern game? What's a game that wasn't made in like the very early 2000s? Late 90s. Jesus, what are top down games? Hotline Miami, Factoria, yeah. Most commonly, up is absolute up. W is absolute up. And your character will rotate to face to the pointer. So the WASD is completely disjointed from the way that the character is aiming. Consistently, it is that way. If you hold W and you move your mouse pointer, and this actually causes the movement vector of your hero to change, that will feel weird. And you can implement it, and you'll go, oh, this is fucked up, like immediately. Yeah, get back in the deck. What are you doing there? The stars come down, day 9 comes out. I don't actually know the lyrics to that song very well. They split the difference? I don't think they did. I think the WASD movement from the thumbstick is just disjointed from the aiming. Again, unless I'm like literally not understanding what you're saying. Because my interpretation of what you're saying is basically, if we have a top-down movement system similar to the what's this? You're asking about the camera movement. Oh. The short answer is almost all camera solutions in all games are very customized. Like, very, very customized. But typically, you take the character and where the mouse cursor is, and you compute a point in between, and the current camera position splines to that in-between point with some velocity. And that's not accounting for the zoom in, zoom out. Surprise! Your cat has been set on fire! Yeah! So I would definitely start with mouse cursor point, character point, pick somewhere in between, and the in-between point is, you could start with the midpoint, but if it feels too jerky, move it closer to the character. If it feels like you are missing out on action, move it closer to the pointer. I like when you say spline. Oh, you like when I say spline, then, Faith? What if I told you that I had the ability to say it right now, but maybe I won't say it. Maybe I'll wait a little bit. Maybe I'll just make you want me to say it. And then I won't say it, Ben Faith. What about that, huh? You at the edge of your seat, huh? Day 9, no! Oh, my pupils are dilating, Day 9. Oh, that guy would have a Corpse Rider. Alright. Oh, I gotta wait till end of turn before I play my Raise the Alarm. You're not feeling frisky today? That's right. That's because I'm playing a deck that I know to be good. Which is very different than I'm playing a pair of colors I know to bring joy to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're not humans at all. Let's just draw the land. There it is. Never didn't have it. And let's go ahead and attack with these. Bing bong. And a... I'm thinking an Agent of Treachery will probably be good here. Let's get this card here, because that's a lot of the damage. And, you know, then let's get this card, I think. Yeah, let's get that one. Oh, yeah. I'm a gamer. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment to talk about something. Let's take a moment to talk about something. Oh, Day9.tv. My new website is so sick. Oh, God, it's me. I don't want to look at myself. Okay, hold on. Let's go back to this scene. And then, okay, wait. Watch this. Watch this. Here we go. And hold on. And bam. Hey, I wanted to remind all of you that we are doing the upcoming DK30, the Quarantine Edition, starting on the 24th. Something's wrong because it says it starts in one day. I'll have to change that, but it has always been this Friday, the 24th. On the 24th, we're starting the DK30 Quarantine Edition. Part 1, what is DK30? Part 2, how is this DK30 different? And Part 3, what the hell should you do about it? First, the DK30 is a little community event that we run a couple times a year, where we all try to come up with a project for ourselves to try to accomplish in 30 days. Why 30 days? Well, thinking of big long-term projects like a year long can often be hard to plan. So think of a 1-month project that you can bite off, chew, and wrap your head around. always use this example. If you want to write a book, your 1-month project, your 30-day project could be, excuse me, it could be outlining for week 1, doing 2 chapters in week 2, 2 chapters in week 3, 2 chapters in week 4. Done. Easy. You can do a project that you will complete fully, like cleaning out the garage. It can be a step towards something else that you're trying to achieve. Now, what makes this DK30 different, and why we're calling it the Quarantine DK30, is many of you are currently, like, locked inside as a result of coronavirus. So, this one is particularly social and in nature, and it's also about hobbies and habits in nature. You could just do a traditional project where you try to improve yourself, but also, maybe you are not cooking so healthy and you're ordering too much. Maybe your 30-day project could just be, I want to try to cook at home 5 days a week and not order at all. You could also do something like, what I am actually kind of thinking of doing is, I have a bunch of comic books on my shelf that I read when I was in grad school 10 years ago. I kind of want to reread some of them. I kind of want to get into like some habits of rereading some unread books on my bookshelf. Something like this. We are also having, as you will see pasted in chat, and if you... Is it on the homepage? No, it looks like the link's been taken down. But if you go look on the Discord or look in chat, we have a little sign-up form for Accountability Buddies. We're going to try to pair people together in groups of like 6 to 8 so everyone can kind of meet once a week and chat and honestly just kind of have a social experience. Because it's pretty isolating being alone at home. We also have a way to create your own project where you can put a category, write what you want to do. You can put your various weekly goals if you'd like to use this tracker. If you come back here, here's everyone's projects, and you can sift through them. A lot of people have brilliant posts, beautiful imagery and stuff like that. Try to think about what might be a project you'd be interested in doing. I want to stress, this is fully optional. If you start early, great. If you start late, great. If it goes long, that's totally fine. It's just a little bit of structure to get us all together. So I encourage you to check it out. Maybe check out some of the past projects. You can look me up and see the ones that I've worked on in the past. I just know I'm going to get there. I just know I am. I know that this is going to be a land on the top. I know that this is going to be a land. I love this. ER Newslock says reading is good for the soul. Get at it, big guy. It's me. I'm the big one. Been watching all day, but I can't not support people wanting to read more. Dude, reading is actually so awesome. Also, fuck, I'm missing my land drops. But I know I'm going to get there. I know I'm going to get there. You know, I actually literally... Let me actually get this. Move some of my contact solution is on top of my book. I'm almost done with this book. I literally stopped at the climax. I'm like at the climax of the book, and I was like, oh, I just gotta go to bed. And then I just like haven't gotten around to finishing it. So I kind of want to get back on my Dresden Files reading train. What book it is? Small Favor by Jim Butcher. Book 10 of the Dresden Files. So we're against Azorius, so I'm just going to get rid of this one. I've read these books before, but I want to reread them. Surprise! Time to raise the alarm! If Red Naz counters this, I will be a happy camper. Tier Envy says, I love that you love those books and know that they are trash. Delightful, awful trash. I don't think that. I just think that they're good books. They're very pulpy. I don't think they're trash. I mean, oh my god. Speaking of oh my god, I am like, I did not get there. We did not take a trip to get there, City. Or maybe you weren't even talking to me. They're very pulpy noir for sure. Every woman in the story is some beautiful demigod goddess, excuse me. Every man in the story is ripped and corded with muscle, you know.
Focus and just put thoughtfulness before.
My name is Day 9, and I will draw this land. I wanna burst into tears.
Interesting technique.
Tyranny says I've read the series twice. Yeah, I truly don't think they're awful. I mean, there is a bit of the typical tropes, you know, and if you don't like those typical tropes, then like super, of course you totally won't like it. I mean, I also like romantic Korean dramas, which have also all the usual tropes of like, fuck, I love Korean dramas so much. Oh my god. And that is not trash, it's beautiful, especially when they fall in love at the end. I knew we would get there. I knew I would get this land. Let's get in the... Oh my god, dude. Essence Scatter 1. Nice to meet you. My name is Legion Warboss number 1, huh? Pew, pew, pew. VT Catguard says, I blame you, Sean, for getting my wife into Korean dramas. Your wife is... really sounds like she has a great mind. Sounds like her heart's in the right place and she has good taste. She likes Korean dramas and you. I mean, what more could you want in a partner? God, I love Korean dramas like so fucking much. The one I finished most recently is called Because This Is My First Life. Alright. Here it comes. Here comes negate number 2. Could be an absorb, which would be good. It would mean we would get to attack. Oh! Essence Scatter number 2. I do not wish to attack. Yeah, I finished Because This Is My First Life, and it's a very quiet, very understated Korean drama. It's very nice. Would you like to counter a 3rd Legion Warboss, Red Naz? I'll probably steal one of these. It seems like a good one to take. Ya fuck. If this is the Azorius control list that recently succeeded at the Standard Open, then it runs 3 Disputes, 3 Essence Scatter, and 3 Absorbs. Just a nice little distribution. Yeah, Pale of Awesome. I have some new ideas for an Is It Phoenix deck. I keep struggling with the sideboarding with Is It Phoenix because I'm never quite sure. I sometimes feel like I'm boarding out too much. I feel like I'm boarding out too much sometimes.
Oh, I've done the hero thing.
No! You can't stop all of us. No attacks. The stars come out. Day 9, sad now. Hey, Party Panda. Good to see you, man. Party Panda. I tried out some Golgari for about 3 hours earlier today, and while I did it, I thought of you. And one of them was appallingly garbage. And the second one was okay. It was okay. I know. It's fine. It's fine. If you want to counter it, you can counter it, man. Mystic Dispute, Essence Scatters, Absorbs. There's no Dovin's Vetoes in this main list, but what are you gonna do?
That's more like it.
Bum ba da ba, bum ba da ba, bum ba da ba. All right, that's all the absorbs down. One of these days, the land is going to be coming in. 3 absorbs, 2 disputes, 2 scatters. So there should be just a baby pair left. Just a baby pair. Ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I'm Party Panda. The 10 Planeswalker deck felt pretty good. Felt pretty good. I struggle with the sideboarding with Golgari because Golgari has like the most flexible removal. You can hit like enchantments and creatures and all the shit, and it sometimes makes it challenging for me to figure out what I want to remove. You want to counter this, big boy? We might just die to this Castle Ardenvale. Truth be told. Yeah, the 3 Castle Ardenvales are a big way this deck wins. Oh yeah. All the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a scry guy. Here comes Bonecrusher. He's a demon on wheels. Oh yeah, I forgot. This deck runs a single Voracious Great Shark. Farts. That's a good card. Ugh. Ow. Oh. Oh! By the way, if any of you are ever having an issue where the audio is substantially out of sync, just go ahead and refresh it.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
You know what? No, I don't want to block. Ah! This is how I want to feel in the morning after a night of rest. This is me emerging from my bed, being like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go make breakfast and coffee. You know what? I don't even want to play the game anymore. Dante B says, has anyone here got COVID? I had it, got to miss 2 weeks work. Well, I'm glad to hear that it wasn't, you know, rough for you. Oh my god, our poor friend Mad Cow had it and was like really struggling, man. Like, I mean, that was like actually very scary. I think just the Mystic Disputes. Dante B says, had a fever, slight shortness of breath. I'm a healthcare worker, tested positive. Well, I'm glad to hear that you're doing okay. Oh, man. Yeah, I mean, listening to, like, Mad Cow actually had it, was sick, and then just disappeared for a week. And I was like, you know, like... Yeah, it's just so scary, you know. I hate to see it. I'm doing this first because I wish to have more action. If I am not doing anything turn 1 and I want more land, I won't play the Fabled Passage. You love to see it. I think it's correct for me to play Chandra first, because the 2-mana counters, technically negate is an option, but often negates are not run in this or the main deck. Aether Gust is.
Anyone need a match? No, go get him, buddy.
But the Essence Scatter tends to be the one that I'm more worried about. Now, what do I do here? Let's just keep building value. Eventually, Red Naz is going to need to really tap out for something like a Teferi. And that's when I'm going to be mashing Winota. Or if I get a Mystic Dispute. Because, I mean, if I just get a few creatures on board, I can win. Nita says, my temp was running at about 99, had intermittent coughing and some chest tightness from like March 16th to April 7th. Could never figure out if I had it or not. Yeah, God, I mean, I feel very fortunate that my family members that did get infected are actually doing okay. We're asymptomatic.
I brought company.
A member of my extended family's in the ICU, but it's just crazy. Just crazy. Do you want to counter this? Because I can Elite Guardmage and just build card advantage. Nice. Okay. This is a very nice outcome. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get Red Naz to feel compelled to play a Shadow the Sky or a Teferi. Or an Elspeth Conquers Death. This would be fantastic.
Sleep for a week.
Let's see here. Okay, so here is the play. I play the Legion Warboss. We attack with everything. Red Naz is now essentially forced. Oh, fuck. I forgot about that. Shit. Never mind, we're fine. Ah, I forgot about this +1, regardless. So, I mean, now we're just gonna immediately win. I mean, this is basically lethal, because the chances of us hitting a Agent of Treachery is extremely high. I'll take this. Our opponent's just passing through. Great. Okay. So I think our sideboarding plan's fine, so it's whatever. It was a lethal swing, so all we needed to do was get an Agent of Treachery, target the Dream Trawler, force it to discard and tap. So to be clear, our opponent could have made the Dream Trawler hexproof. It would have tapped, and then I had lethal damage swinging in, so. This is actually a very good play. Mystic Dispute in the starting hand is good. Woo! Predicador says, why couldn't he discard in response? Yeah, I think I'm just saying it too quickly. I'm sort of like stumbling through the explanation. If our opponent didn't block for whatever reason, if our opponent chose no blocks, then if our opponent chose no blocks, our opponent would have died because we had lethal damage. So if I Winota and I get an Agent of Treachery, technically, yes, our opponent could definitely... I'll do this. Our opponent could definitely have made the Dream Trawler hexproof, but then, because we have lethal damage, the Dream Trawler would be unable to block and give lifelink, so we would have killed anyways. So, our opponent could have done it, in a literal sense, but, oh fuck. Well, that's the game, everyone. We lost. So literally, yes, he could have done it. Functionally, no, he could not have done it. So we can do this on Red Naz's turn. And Red Naz can elect to do a counter spell, which would be fine. Dovin's Veto is the only one that really owns us here. Go ahead and Mystic Dispute this. Then our opponent can try to Mystic Dispute our Mystic Dispute, which is totally okay by us. Yeah, I'll take that action for sure. Then put down this tap one and swing for some damage. Bang. That song is stuck in my head now. The universe
Not to brag,
is
but
filling
I'm
up
totally
with
the best
shame.
pyroman. Don't worry, I brought
Here I
it.
go. So this says maybe an Elspeth Conquers Death is on the docket first. The fact that Raise the Alarm is an instant speed spell is fantastissimo. He says, do you think it's worth running a Heliod's Intervention or Shieldbreaker to break down the cages? I'm not sure yet. I'm really not sure yet, Quilly. I think it's possible our deck just beats ass enough that this is denying an automatic win, but outside of that, it's not dealing with any of the stuff that we are capable of putting up. I think this is actually okay to do. I think this is actually okay to do. I think this is right. I think this is right. So this either becomes ours, or Red Naz has to discard what is probably a good card. Glass Casket, okay. It's probably better to just get the damage in. Probably.
Go get him, buddies.
Luris was another option. Oh no, wait, Luris doesn't do anything. That's right, because of the cage. Okay. Am I the best player in the world? Maybe. Do I make mistakes? Sure.
Walk it off, Chandra.
I mean, I think I just gotta try to get the big boy out. We have the look and feel of a dead man, though. Ooh. Let's get a prince.
I only bond with the strongest.
There it is.
around.
Here we go. Green, black, wow. Two top, zero bottom. Yuck. I don't like to see that. I don't know if there's anything that costs 4 or more outside of the Dream Trawlers, and, you know, I had a Disdainful Stroke, and, you know, I did my best to try to be the best I could with it. Oh my god, I've done it. Never mind, here comes a Dovin's Veto. Yo! The single copy, yeah. Hit me.
Poor tactics. If I can't use it as a weapon, it's useless.
Huh. What to do now? So I won't be able to play these in a turn. So I feel like Legion Warboss Winota might actually be better. This seems like the better play. We won't get to do anything with our friend. And this is a compounding advantage. So I think the compounding advantage is better than just getting the single discard. Because, you know, Dream Trawler essentially must swing every single turn in order to continue to get value from the draw and in order to lifelink up. But the Legion Warboss is soon enough going to be canceling out the advantage from the Dream Trawler in terms of health. Everything sucks. My analysis is full of misery. Okay. Let's draw with the Elite Guardmage and see if we can take a trip to get their city. Hello. Essence Scatter. Well, you know, we're dealing 5 a turn. Red Naz is healing 5 a turn. Yeah, I mean, you think Dream Trawler is good. Lyra was sick, too. Okay. Let's just get a counter now. That's fine. You got it. I'm not planning to flicker. I'm actually just going to scry. Alright, getting in. Getting in to just trade the damage. Bang, 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 bang. I wonder if there's a way to win this. Bum, 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 dum, bum, ba, da, dum, bum, bum. Dum, da, 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 dum, bum, bum, bum. Oh, the birth of Miletus. Alright.
I'm a pretty great pyromancer.
Raise the alarm. Submit.
Chandra,
Why? Why can't I play
spell?
that card? Why can't I play that card? Oh, this hits everything, man. Ah, shit. Well, we have to shame concede now. There's no... We have to just let our shame dictate to get on out. Regardless, actually, that was a pretty close game. I think that was a pretty close game. Pretty close game. I'm actually going to fire this puppy off and get some water and some... This is the power hand. This is the energy hand. So we do this, and we get a white out of it, huh? Looks like we're up against mono red. White seems right. White seems right. Ooh, yes! Gross. Ooh, ow. Ooh. I want to put a stop here. Well, this is a little hard on the draw. I mean, if there's an Embercleave, I think we are super, super screwed. Frankie Oreo. Excuse me, Frisky Oreo. Says, I've watched you for a long time on YouTube. Watch you a whole lot while bored in the military. Love your content. Decide to sub to support. Hey, thanks, Frisky Oreo. Or more commonly known as Frankie Oreo. Good to have you here, man. I'm having a blast of a day. Alright, let us shoot her. Well, this is good. This implies no Embercleave at all, which is nice. Which is very, very nice, as it were. Alright, what is our HP going to be? Well, this is a frickin' emergency. So this doesn't help us very much. These and this don't help us very much. Cubwarden is good. A trio of Aether Gusts are good. Redcap Melee is good. Scorching Dragonfire is good. Good. Clean, easy sideboard. We have a lot of tools sideboarding in against our good friend, the Mono Red deck. Mono Red, a nice person, a thoughtful individual. Someone we'd like to see dead. Put a stop here so that way I can do something with the leg. Or excuse me, with the Bonecrusher. In case there is, say, a Robber of the Rich. We now do this. There we go. I think Mono Red has a lot of richness in this set. Unchained Berserker. This is going to be nice. Non-humans bringing out humans. C'est parfait, c'est parfait. Ah, yes. No more shock lands. White or red? Probably just a red mana. I think a red mana seems really good. This player is super cool. Winota. Swing out. I don't know. Maybe get a Charming Prince. That seems good. Let's exile this guy. Because I actually don't want this guy untapped. Oh, you think you can block me, huh? Well, surprise, Buster. Now I can actually Cubwarden mutate on, I guess this guy. I don't think there's a way to give that first strike. Infuriate hurts. I'm gonna let this through. I'm gonna let this through. Ermagerd Scourge Spiriter. Alright, so I'm going to be wanting to swing with this. So I'm going to put it this way. Well, I don't want to just get another Bonecrusher out. There it is. Excellent. And because we put Bonecrusher on top, we heal for 4 instead of 3. Boom. Bring it on. I mean, this combination is so powerful. I can't even believe it. Some solid bone crushing. Has anyone watched I Think You Should Leave? Does anyone know the That's Some Good Bone Crushing reference? Does anyone? Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. It's real surrealist comedy. It's grand. That heals 1. That blocks a bunch. Bing, bang, bong. See ya in so very long. Woo! Get thee to a nunnery. Yeah, 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 yeah. Man, I have a lot of energy. That's why I gotta walk the Sean every day. Get thee to a nunnery. Talk about an old man reference. Yes, only those ancient among us know this reference. One of the real crinkly folk. Farts. It's a scry land that I get to draw 1, so this is 3 opportunities, you know? 3 opportunities with 26 lands. It's pretty good. Alright, 2 opportunities. Oh, God. Okay. It's okay. Oh, God. Okay, maybe I should have tossed it back. Maybe we should have tossed it back. I mean, maybe we should have tossed it back. What can I say? Sometimes you lose and it's your fault. That can happen. Shame concede? No, that was just a correct concede. I would describe that as. That was just like a game where you lose and you're like, all right, well, I concede. Bum ba da dum bum 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 da da dum. I actually don't even think that's that unreasonable of a keep. We have 3. We had Charming Prince, Bonecrusher Giant, and Raise the Alarm. So we had multiple cards that we could cast if we hit 1 more mana. So I think it was actually fine. It was actually fine because we're on the draw. We have a scry land, and we need 2 draw, or we get 2 draw steps anyways. So. Yeah. Alright, so this is Bant. Bant ramp is just the most likely. Arguable, I should have smashed the Charming Prince down. So that way we can guarantee we get the land. But being not greedy never helped anyone. This is yet another argument for why we should probably save the Raise the Alarm. Having 2 Agents of Treachery in hand doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good. Our opponent probably does not have. Really? Main deck Aether Gust? That's actually really common. Aether Gust is very good in this meta.
I've got it.
I've got it. Alright, we look dead. We certainly look super duper dead. I'm just going to concede. The mistake was playing the Legion Warboss when I think that... Oops. I think just instead... let's get these guys out. I think instead it would be much more beneficial to... Yeah, I mean, I need to think and play around sweepers, because it's pretty easy to just, like, raise the alarm. Play Bonecrusher instead. I go first, huh? Is this a bad keep? We're gonna learn real soon. We're gonna learn. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out real soon. Finding out real soon. What is it? Patows. 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 Yeah, that's right. Off the top, here it comes. There it is. There it is. What do I think about the map here? Oh. Well, that one is certainly great. It's interesting to sort of feel. It's interesting to sort of feel the spikes of strength and weakness on a deck that's really looking to curve out like this. Oh yeah. If we get an untapped land, that's the game. Unless this one gets untapped, and then we're really worried. Whew! What a relief. No blocks. You love to see it. I will actually attack like this, because I know I'm going to hit an Agent of Treachery, like 100%. Yup. Wait, what? What happened to my targeter? Alright, well. Oh, select a player, Planeswalker to attack. Oh, shit. Exile. This. I got real confused for a second. Because I'm so used to just swinging and having this just occur naturally. Great. Attack this. And let's take this white-blue source. I mean, this just feels completely disgusting. I mean, that is completely ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, I like our sideboard. Maybe we should try to get a second Disdainful Stroke in there, but I prefer to have the creatures instead of trying to be too defensive. Mags gifts 5. Mags is a big fan of stolen wins. Big fan of Stolen Winds. Hey, Mags. Thank you for the 5. Big happy faces. Alright, let's get that Mystic Dispute in the starting hand. There it is. Bang. Got it. Boom. Shall we crack the Fabled to try to attempt to draw something gaseous? I think so. We have 5 lands. No reason not to do this on turn 1. Let's get our good friend the blue Lulu. So, earlier in the week, I finished watching Devs, which is a show I liked a lot. Anyone else finish watching Devs? It's one of those very spoiler-rich shows, so please no spoilers here. Really enjoyed watching Devs. Oh, you have no blue untapped? What a delight. What do you think of the ending? I thought it was great. Loved the ending. Can I get a pass? Can I get a pass? I mean, this does hurt a little bit because... Oh, no it doesn't. Yoink. It's a good card. It's a good card. You love to see it. I love to see it. Love to see it. Ah, yeah, frag you. We tragically have a little bit of a ban on the spoilerage. We tragically, magically do. Do I want to just Winota right now? I think Winota-ing and just continuing to build value is really good. Alright. I'll just wait a turn. Found it. Found the play. Shadow of the Sky. Absolutely an acceptable choice. There's nothing in the bin. Okay. Okay. Alright. I mean... Alright, I mean, I don't know what my opponent is supposed to do there other than just be mad. I think that that's the technique that I would employ. Why can't I hold all this cord? Let them fight. Oh, yeah, that looks really, really fantastic. Except for the fact that I, like, don't have any untapped things. But, yeah, whatever. Did you win or just force a scoop? I mean, there's no way I was losing that one, man. I'm like far too powerful for our opponent to be able to handle. Ooh. Maybe this is the key. Maybe this is the play. Maybe it's not. You know, what can I say? Abzan. Oh, fuck yes. Splash Z is absolutely the coolest human here. Like, it's not even remotely close. Ooh. mean, who likes to be transparent? I sure do. Linka, 1987. Do you have any tips for studying for the last finals I have to take before graduation? Well, Linky, start studying right now. And remember, don't study till you feel good. Study till you're bored. Study till you know the material so well that you could absolutely be a bone crusher. I mean, that's literally the trick to any type of studiousness that you might require. Do you want to kill my charming prince? My charming prince? My charming prince? Do you wish to kill my charming prince so early in the morning?
Being ruthless has its rewards.
I can't crack the Fabled Passage for any that are curious. Because if I do, it will shuffle Winota. Which is putting my hand, like, unbelievably face up. But that's how I like to do it. Righteous Bruce says, I might be wrong, but is your 9 emote wrong? Isn't the 4 on a dice always on the opposite side of 9, so they add up to 13, which keeps the averages all good and dandy?
Don't dwell on what's about to happen.
The placement of numbers on a dice doesn't matter. And if you're asking about the appropriate proportionality on a dice, I would also say that there are multiple configurations of dice. Ugh. I mean, I guess I have to do this, and then if we can wait till the attack step to see what our opponent does. But I fully expect, like, an Assassin's Trophy or a Murderous Rider to just slam down immediately. Yup. Yuppie duppy my puppies. That's okay. We will swing in to this. We will now deal 5 cumulative damage. It does if you want it to be random. No, I mean, like, this, if all the side of the dice are equally likely to show up, then it doesn't matter what the orientation is. I mean, like, literally the placement on the side of a dice should have 0 relevance on the outcome. If you're trying to account for something that's different than just the random nature of a dice, you might say something like, it is important to have certain carvings of numbers on opposite sides to maintain an evenness of weights. But if you're talking about just like, what's the probability of any number showing up on any dice face, it's the same. I mean, it's the exact same. You know, I mean, it's if you are talking about like a 20 has more stuff carved out than a 1 does, and so the 1 is a heavier side, then the statement that you're making is that if you look at where the weights are, you want there to be even carvings on either sides and that sort of thing. But if you're saying that a spin down dice has a different probability than a hold on, let me think for a quick second. I think it's shock and raise the alarm. Yes. Like this. If you're suggesting that a shock, excuse me, a shock. What the fuck? If you're suggesting to me that based upon the orientation of the dice and the angle from which it is dropped, I mean, literally dice as just like an object, like a mathematical object. It's completely identical. So in that regard, no, I don't think the emote is incorrect because different arrangements of a dice are irrelevant to the outcome. Dude, look at this. This guy is doing something really similar to what we were doing. Except our opponent is doing Absent. I know spin down dice are used in Magic because it's easier to track. I did it! I didn't even hit my nutso combo. So our opponent has a number of cheap creatures, and our opponent is relatively defensive. I think I might just put in the... These feel pretty good. These feel pretty good. Because if I look, we have some cheap dudes. We have Mythos of Nethroi. We have Pelakrinos and Vraska. Those are some good ones. I think this is maybe the one to get rid of. I don't actually think this is even correct. I think I just need to be actually more proactive. I think I just want to do something like this. Okay. Red, white, yes. Play Chandra. Chandra. I mean, Righteous Brew, like, the fact of the matter is that, like, as a mathematical object, the dice is, the arrangement, the orientation of it is it's irrelevant. If you're trying to suggest to me that, like, you know, the weighting of how things are actually carved on the sides, if you're trying to suggest that the weighting could be affected by that, that's also measurable. You know, you can also just say, ooh, wait, fuck. Ooh, huh. I guess this is right then. If you're trying to say to me that carvings will adjust the weight, and as a physical object that changes the weight. Well, yeah, I mean, that's actually, like, very well known, you know, with respect to, like, you know, how dice are created in casinos and things like that. And, I mean, so I mean, there's a pretty blunt separation, which is, like, as a mathematical object, the sides don't matter, period. As a physical object, there are weights that, that can affect the roll of a die, certainly. If you're trying to say to me there are techniques to, like, roll a dice, and the best way to do that is to switch the orientation of the placement of things, I don't actually know if that's even mathematically true. So now I need to Aether Gust this guy. Because it is like, for instance, if you say something like, well, you want the 1 and the 2 on opposite sides, because if you're trying to roll a 1 and you miss, well, at least you'll get a 2, and 2 is close to 1. That's based upon the assumption that slight perturbations cause a sort of consistent evenness in how it falls, which is not necessarily true. Like, if you have a chaotic enough, or if the system winds up being chaotic enough because you're throwing from a long distance, that could affect that in a way that is not as simple as like, oh yeah, 10% more force will cause it to rotate 10% more. Often it's like a slight increase in force causes it to be way, way, way more rotational. So again, if you're trying to make just the simple blunt statements of physical dice have imperfection which affects things, yes. Mathematically, it's identical, and if you try to go in between, you have to be really careful, because you could go, oh, well, intuitively, you want things on opposite sides, so that way you can avoid rolls that are close getting close outcomes. But I think that is an extremely difficult thing to say. It is not as simple as the side of the dice that are close that region will show up more often. It's actually quite subtle. And that's actually part of the reason why I don't like continuous math, because I don't like how often chaotic things like that happen. I like my simple, discrete shit. I like simple, discrete shit, like neural networks. No, okay. So don't you dare ever, ever say anything about one of my emotes again, young man. Let's get that guy over there. That's right. That's right. This is my fighting pose. I'm like taking this way too seriously. That's right. The emote is fine, Righteous Brew. Fuck. Oh yeah, I'll happily trade that. Jesus! Okay, this. Alright, Dana, I love your emote anyways. There it is, there it is.
Anyone need a fire started?
Finally, you admit the truth we've known all along. Also, I literally have so many fucking
happy right now.
Agents of Treachery.
Don't worry. I brought comfort.
Bing, bang, bong. The chances of us hitting another Agent of Treachery with this Winota Rider, I mean, let's be honest, it's 100%, you know what I'm saying?
Not to brag, but I'm totally the best pyromancy student.
Fuck out of here, man.
Mother Ludi always says, fight fire with fire.
Alright. Because that's my second Aether Gust, but we're going to make it happen so many more times. Alright, who's ready to amazingly get an Agent of Treachery anyways? You got it.
Don't worry. I brought company.
You can kill it, it's fine. Would Vedrock be too silly for this deck? Almost certainly. Almost certainly.
Before I make you disappear.
Time to sleep for a week.
Time to sleep forever!
Sacrifices must be made.
Ooh, a +2. That's a good play. I think I'm going to do a +2. That's like maybe my favorite play to do. Let's just start taking this shit.
Being ruthless has its
I should have killed the mountain. It's the other Aether Gust. LOL. Like LOL.
an unfortunate casualty.
Oh, I could have sacrificed one because I was taking a land anyways. take this.
Your next mistake is your last.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I own 3 permanents. Wow, that's actually absolute bullshit, man. Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. Leffelwin's. Good to see you, Leffelwin's, our resident Magic expert. This deck is a real Bonecrusher. I'm going to finish my good old pot of coffee. Do I need this much coffee? Probably not. Do I want this much coffee? Absolutely. Oh, yes. Can I just say I think my cats are the most perfect cats that have ever lived. I don't need you. I think my cats are perfect. They're perfect. And I'm curious because I know that we have some pet owners here. I know we have some pet owners who are here among us. Does anyone else have the most perfect cats? Does anyone else have the most perfect cats? Or the most perfect pets? I know we got a lot of perfect pet owners. Okay, it's Ketria. It's Assault Triome. Oh, Tozio Tank says I have the most perfect dog. Oh, Serious Ames says only perfect Labradoodles. And Racket19 says my dog just shit our bed. What a perfect princess. Your dog is having a good time. Having a good time. Oh, that's so cute. Rob Gamer says I have the most perfect dog. She has 3 legs and 1 eye, so we put a little pirate costume on her for Halloween. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, he's got a little pirate dog. Oh, what a little guy. Alright. Unthalis is ramping. I mean, my cat is looking out the window and is the most perfect thing I've ever seen. Oh, I want to die. Never mind. Everything's fine. I hope that Unthalis dies tonight. Don't you Thassa's intervention me. Hooray. Don't, no. It's either good news or bad news. Don't Thassa's intervention me, please.
Living in a monastery full of firebrands? Oh, they're so cute!
Now, if we just draw the untapped Lando, I think that Unthalis will snap in half. Also, Unthalis better have nothing. That's my kind of nothing. It's my kind of nothing, because it's going to go land, little dudes. Fuck.
You get him, buddy!
Ah, I swear to God, I'm having so much fun with Ikoria. I'm going to play Ikoria all day tomorrow. All day on Thursday. And then Factorio, we're launching that rocket on Friday, man. Factorio. Do we have any other perfect pet stories? 0 top, 1 bottom. This is 1,000,000%.
Maybe I'm not cut out for this.
Alright, I'm gonna go for the big plays. Big plays, here it comes. Here it is. Here's the big one. No problem. Of course you do it. Of course you wanna. I know you wanna. It's your turn. Watch it. The big brain plays. That's fine. Don't even care. Big gross mouth. Not an issue. How much is in the graveyard? Plenty. Plenty's in the grave. It's fine. How deep in the deck are we? We've only drawn 13 cards. It's fine. If you consider drawing lands, it's a skill that I wish to deploy on this upcoming turn. I'm very excited about it. You know, there is a way out. There is a way out of this. Look at this. Bam. Alright, nice. Getting there. Get there, city. My name is Sean, and this is my story of getting mystical disputed. Kind of. Sometimes I get the details wrong in my story, but that's fine. Bonecrusher Giants don't need to be in here. This doesn't need to be in here. However, this do need to be in there. What do we get out for this, huh? What do we get out for this? Yeah, that's probably pretty fine. Trapdoor Spitus is a decent replacement for Lukka if you don't have one. I would say Kenrith. Kenrith is a good one. Kenrith is a good one. Alright, super cool. I'm going to show him that I need the red mana right now. I'm going to show him that. My name is Sean, and this is my red mana. So I shouldn't do this now, because our opponent has an ability to play. Yeah, this is probably the better choice. Yeah, so my opponent has Growth Spiral mana, so I probably don't want to raise the alarm and then do Chandra for fear of hitting a Storm's Wrath, which would suck. Pumpkin Bun Cake, I would say I lean towards my preference of best of 3 in Standard, but I'm not, you know, best of 1's pretty fun, you know. I prefer best of 3 because I like the epicness of the battles. Storm's Wrath would be totally reasonable right here. I think I have to do this. I think maybe I have to do this. Maybe I don't have to. Maybe I need to treat this a little bit more like if I were playing with a Teferi, like trying to protect around that. Yeah, maybe I want to wait. Maybe like if I waited a turn and then I did Dispute, raise the alarm, that would be better. There's a good set of cards, huh? So now I can just win with tokens. Tokens and babies. Tokens and babies, man. I don't want you to draw. No.
Next time,
Super duper good. Super duper really good. What? What are you doing, Unfelice? Could be another Essence Scatter. Ah. Like Scrooge and Dragonfire. Alright. Alright. Scry away. 2 top, 0 bottom. Okay. You hate to see it. Yeah, maybe I needed to really protect the Winota. Kind of do this a little bit more slowly. Just get some guaranteed value, which is nice. Really? This, I mean, is probably what I'm going to wind up doing anyways. This just increases the probability that Unfelice tries to tap out. 1 top, 1 bottom. Okay. Winning with the babies. All right, babies. 2 on this. Okay. 4 turn. Feeling all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, we're probably dead here. We have the look and feel of a dead person. I mean, our opponent can just literally play Uro, and there's, like, nothing we can do about it. If I draw Winota, that's maybe the one way to save this. You think this deck will get hated out of the meta? I can't actually tell if this deck is really good. It seems okay. But, like, not incredible. Seems okay. I'm just going to concede. I think I needed to protect the Winota a little bit more. I think I needed to protect a little bit more. I think I also I need to be, like, twice now we have hit sweepers that have completely gutted our ability to do anything. So, I definitely need to be more careful in that regard. Were you in debate club by any chance? No. I mean, like, in my freshman year I did debate, but I don't like debate, man. I don't like debate because, like, the mathematical approach to discussion is you and me are going to work together to solve a thing. The debate approach to discussion is you're wrong at all costs. Oh, I guess I need this, huh? I have no idea what we're up against. I'm gonna block this. So I shock this in, and then I play this. So if I get a chance to play Winota in a few turns... I think I'm like the deadest human being that has ever lived. This deck was crazy fast. Bonder's Enclave? Oh, hell yeah. Alright, goodbye, everyone. I got to play 3 mana, and it was good. Alright, so all the things that are vulnerable to fast decks. Let's see here. Maybe I just... Oops, that's the one I wanted to get out. Let's see, so we definitely want the Aether Gusts. I think Disdainful Strokes are going to be good. Leave these in. Are there enough things that just cost 3? These are both super correct to run in there. Maybe I just want the Ladies of Token Generation. A wee bit of life gain, huh? Something like that. Yeah, I did debate for like a semester when I was a freshman, like really young. And oh my god, I just hated the way that debate communication functioned. And the older that I got, the more I just continued to really, really dislike it. Because I think that there is obviously merit to the idea of how do I construct an argument, how do I deconstruct an argument. But the fact that there's this, like, desperate, you must try, you must do your best to try to, like, never let go, ever. Someone can, you know, like, I'd be watching debate, right? Like, because I watch debate and, you know, outside of, like, my participation. But I'd, like, watch a debate, and this person would say something, and that person would make a really good counter-argument. And I'd be like, oh, that's actually a really nicely made point. And the other person would just be like, no, not a chance. No, never, period. No, you're wrong. It's bad, you're wrong. Welcome. A 3/2 Vigilancer does not frighten me. However, did you know that these are not humans? Did you know that? Because, I hate to say it, Apparatus 25. I knew that. Yeah, let's send you back down to 1 land. Why not? Yeah, because, I mean, like, there's this thing where, like, as an intellectual exercise, I think it would be useful to say, person A, person B, relentlessly try to defend your position. And then when you step away, to go, okay, do you see how when that person made the reasonable point, how the way you try to defend it, you know, like, for someone to almost play a part. I'm going to play the part of someone who's not ever going to budge on the argument. So that way it can maybe help me understand the discussion more deeply. Like, I think that's interesting. And that is compelling. Yeah, I don't know. There's people that, you know, I don't know, there's a dirtiness to me where it's just like, oh yeah, I'll argue against it. Now I'll argue for it. Now I'll argue against it. You know, it's like, what's the goal outside of just literally being able to say, I won the thing? That's just a really good draw. That's just a really good draw. I think that if I Aether Gust this, this will go to the bottom. I do not think it will stay in the hand. Weird. I actually think the way that I get ahead here is I Disdainful Stroke the Fires of Invention. Or whatever comes out next. I think that's the way that I get ahead. I think that's right. Because on turn 4, we'd either be up against a Fires of Invention, or we would have strong evidence that Apparatus 25 does not have the ability to deal with a... This is the strongest play to hunt for a Winota, isn't it? No. Ah, that's... Now there's a pickle right there. I think Aether Gust is fine. Boy, I wish I had more mana. Did I put the thing underneath there? I guess I didn't. Nice. Let's see what happens. Vivian Monster's Advocate, huh? Yeah, I guess that's the one we got there, huh? Because this will definitely go on the top. Cavalier Thorns can't attack. Again, we're hunting for our good friend Winota. Oh, yeah. Oh, we'd love to take the damage, please. Yes, thank you. I think I'm just going for the spikiness at this point. If we get another land now. Now that I know every single card that Apparatus 25 has, makes it a little easier. Hello, it's a beast.
I love making
Is this... Vigilance. Okay. Alright, I mean, we're literally gunning for Winota. And we did it. Attack. So now we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things swinging. And that's good. Unless we get blown out on this turn. 4 and 6. I think I'll block this here. Just to make sure that I have a higher chance of not dying. Strong probability of getting there. No. Yes. Yes. Yeah. I feel like I've been naughty. I feel like I've been a very naughty person. I feel like I set myself up for success and then I succeeded. And now these come back, so I'll just take this and take that. Yeah, 4 mana. 4 mana. 4 mana is good. 4 mana, it's good. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, it didn't take much more. It just took 4 mana, which is really nice. I wouldn't say that I'm a mean person, but we're certainly not a nice person. Ah, yeah. The issue with this deck is that it is a spike up or crash hard kind of feeling. This is an incredible opening hand. The value of Charming Prince in this deck is absurd. It's absolutely absurd. Founix says, I feel that anyone playing Agent of Treachery is automatically the villain. It is. It's nasty. It's a very nasty, nasty little card. Give me one moment. Stay here. Oh my god, this is in Standard? What? Oh my god, it's in Standard? What? Scry 2? Both? That's a card that's in Standard? Apparatus 2500 bits says, thanks for stealing all of my things, GG. Well, Apparatus, you had us completely owned, and I was like, well, we literally just have to draw, and if we don't, then that's the game. And then we drew it, and we won effectively instantaneously. So, you know, I think that that's one of the benefits of this deck, is that you are really struggling until you immediately win in a turn. Oh my god. I would love one. Thank you. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to block this. We're going to raise the alarm. We're then going to Winota. And we're just going to get there. I feel like is what's going to happen. Deck is effective. The deck is effective. We're looking for some solutions, and we've found them, and we will employ them. There's really not much more to it than that. I apologize for murdering you. Sincerely, I do. So I think about all that I know right now is that my opponent is, is red-blue. I think that's about all that I know right now. So I think that I'll just put in like a Disdainful Stroke because we see some big things. But other than that, I feel like the mistake that I could make here is putting in a bunch of Scorching Dragonfires and a bunch of Redcap Melees and a bunch of and then I would just not have things that make tokens to proc Winota. Because, like, that's how we won that game, is we raised the Alarmed into Winota, and it was good. Yeah, for any of you who didn't know this... Okay, well, now this changes things. For any of you who didn't know this, these are not humans. These are soldiers. And a soldier has absolutely nothing to do with a human. They're just different. They're just different things. Yeah, you didn't know that? You didn't know that like... What, you thought that this looked like a human? You're fucking wrong, dude. Ugh. Wow, somebody is absolutely taking trips to Dummy Town today. Scoff, 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 huff, 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 huff. Play a land, play an Amori. Then say no more. Well, you know, whatever. Most consistent thing to do is to end of turn play this. Umori. Each non-land card in your starting deck shares a card type, so everything is highly likely to be creatures. So if we wait till end of turn, we can plop down the Raise the Alarms. If we instead Chandra, we run the risk of Chandra dying to something with haste, such as a Marauding Raptor playing a dinosaur and becoming a 3/4. So if we wait till end of turn, unless there's some flash fight effects that I don't know about, Vitamin C is completely and totally fucked. Yeah. I mean, this is just gross. This is just disgusting. These are my lands. These are my lands. Dornath says, yeah, Raise the Alarm is originally from Mirrodin, before human was a type. I mean, Winota, Agent of Treachery, Steal Your Land is, like, real funny, man. I mean, this is, like, real funny. The thing is, it's actually, like, duplicately funny, is that versus control decks, Legion Warboss and Chandra, Acolyte of Flame are already perfectly acceptable, frightening cards. In particular, Legion Warboss, right? You can already win a game. Game 1 with a single Legion Warboss because it just builds value against control decks. So, you have a lot of those, and if you're up against aggro, aggro does not have a lot of ways to remove a whole bunch of little 1/1s like this in time to stop it. That said, this deck, very minor disruption, shits on our deck. In particular, if there is a black removal card. You know, I play Winota and you just murder it. Opponent's super salty. It could be just that our opponent closed the client. Which I do. Like, a lot of times I'll be playing and I'm like, oh, I'm dead, and I just close the client and move on. And it's less salt and more just like, yeah, I'm not doing this.
You guys are great.
I want to get every single land. Every last one. Dude, I just like walk away from the computer all the time. I'm just like, nah, I'm not doing this. Just like march off. And I don't even feel like I'm raging. I'm just like, all right, I have completed, and I get out. My understanding was the game conceded, but you know, maybe it doesn't concede. Maybe it takes a little time. So, I mean, in my eyes, the counter to Winota is A, black removal, B, counter magic. Just counter it. Done. dang, it didn't work. Alright, nice. Every single object on this side is now mine. Every object. And at the end of the turn, I would get these. Protest the Bread says, do you think that there is a serious lack of viable good budget decks at the moment? I'll be honest. I am a whale. Oh yeah, Grafdigger's Cage is another sharp answer to this deck that actually shuts down a lot. I'm a whale. I've never played with a budget deck. I use the most powerful card in Magic, which is the credit card. And I just spend about $200 per release. This is not a good hand. This is not a good hand. Someday I will keep a 0 lander and I will get there, but that's not going to happen today. Mulligan. Super expensive, dude. Yeah, let's get that one out. I guess this is the correct one to do regardless. That's a good one to do regardless. Oh, it's a Yorion. Alright. Now, Yorion decks we shit on for sure. We really dunk on Yorion decks with this. For any of you who don't know, Yorion decks are the ones that you must start with 80 cards at least. And then when Yorion enters the battlefield, it flickers everything. The reason we shit on this is that this deck has to have a widely distributed set of options. A widely distributed set of options. Firstman says, do you get to write it off as a business expense? I spend my personal money to do it, which, given how little money I spend elsewhere, is pretty much the same.
I've done the hero thing before.
It's functionally identical, because like I hardly spend any money anyway, so $200 4 times a year is like nothing. But I don't declare it as a business expense because
I'll protect you.
This is a very minor point. I'm not necessarily stating anything that's truly severe, but I like the clean separation when it comes to any potential audit where someone, you know, could be like, well, you are using your Magic cards a substantial percentage of the time for personal use. And you're declaring them as a business expense. No! I'm scrying, man. Oh, no. I think scrying is far and away the best decision. Minimizes the chance of Teferi being a butthead. Yeah, I mean, look, like, Teferi just, like, completely bulldozed us. I need more words for owned. There needs to be more phrases that mean this guy beat that guy. Sure, Chandra, why not? Doint. Deafened. Supra Eyes. I defted this dude.
Anyone need a fire started? No?
Bing Bonged? Oh yeah, Bing Bonged is one of my favorites.
Go get 'em, buddies.
Flattened. Ooh, that's a nice one. Kill the Teferi!
Don't
Yeah,
make another
right.
move.
Don't make another move! Again, reroll is, like, inches away from detonation, so... Yeah, trounced. Ooh, I like trounced. Greased. Is greased? That sounds really inappropriate to me, but maybe I'm wrong.
I've got time.
I lead the go Gary now. I've suffered worse.
You'll rue the
Happy
day.
right now.
You'll rue the day. Ah. Yeah. Ah.
Hey, that was uncalled for.
Yeah.
Really should have seen that coming.
I really should have super duper seen that coming. Hosed, popped, dunked, flonged, gunked. I don't know. You just anything that kind of sounds like a comic book punch is actually completely fine. Thwucked. Yeah, try that a little bit more. Extinguished. Ooh. Extinguished. There's so much finality to that word. Am I about to get ultimatums or some shit? Myrtle Goose ultimatums. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, this is gonna be some good stuff.
For my study.
Cast it, I dare you to.
The wise.
Does our opponent actually have the mana to do this?
Pain is weakness, leaving the body.
Oh shit. For some reason I thought that our opponent didn't. There's the black and blue. Here I come. It's time to raise the alarm. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. We're going to draw a Winota off the top. Here it comes. Winota off the top. Winota off the top. Okay. I mean, I guess.
I have learned all I can here.
Tippy top decked. They call me Shiny Tippy Tops. I think we're losing this game. I think losing is what we're gonna do. Boo, 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 boo. Is this person actually 5-colored? It looks like a 5-color Yorian pile.
Ask about any
We have
lunar
black,
anomalies
we have
you
blue, we
experienced.
have red, we have white.
No tail should be discarded.
Black, black, blue, red, white, green. Yeah, 5-color pile. So we should smack this in subsequent
Everyone
play-ings.
is expendable, except me.
Damn. You go here, and you go here. Bing, bong, bang, pow. So re-roll with the 5-color pile might not get there. And then whoosh all the way through. Excellent. Lukka can get there, man. Lukka can get there for sure. That's some serious oof. Some serious oof of Kaya right there, man. Bang! Now watch this. I'm gonna play this. And what can Lukka get?
I was trained to fight monsters.
You love to see it.
Provides
You love to see it.
tactical advantage.
Now, if I minus on the Elite Guardmage, that is a guaranteed Agent of Treachery. And now I'm thinking with portals. More than one way to get an Agent of Treachery out here. I have no idea what could possibly be in Reroll's hands. Bubblegum Guy says, I know we all love video games, but do you enjoy any sports? No! Yeah, I would say the sport which I enjoy the most, of all things that are sports, would be basketball. American football, I actually have a bit of a problem with because there's so much severe injury that happens in the sport. It makes me uncomfortable. In particular, brain damage. That kind of actually bothers me. All right, see you later. Well, maybe I can just get Yorion. Because, I mean, there is what I'll just call, I mean, this is maybe a stupid phrase for it. I don't know, it doesn't matter to me. Maybe a silly phrase for it, but I'm just going to call it vanilla athleticism. Like, if you go for a run, you will get injuries, right? But I feel like there's a difference between, like, my knees, my bones, my muscles getting hurt. But then there's another thing altogether when it's like, yeah, you actually get severe brain damage. I don't know. It bothers me a good bit. What's your favorite team? I have no favorite teams. I don't know anybody. I like, if a basketball game is on in a restaurant or something, I'm happy to watch it. I can't remember what the statistic was, but it was something. Alright, I almost want to concede, but I won't. I'm going to hang in here for one more turn, because I believe in myself. I believe in my ability in particular to get there. I think it was something that was like 80% of people that have played in the NFL have some kind of brain damage. Alright, that's not good enough. What is it? What percentage of ex-NFL players have brain damage? The largest study yet of dead former NFL players found that over 99% had permanent brain damage. Jesus. %87% of players had CTE. What is CTE again? Chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Yeah, Jesus. I mean, it's like when you get to numbers, and then it was 87% of just people. Like when you get to numbers like that, I don't know, that just starts to really make me, as a person, just like uncomfortable with the sport, you know. I think probably the Lukkas are the ones I'm going to get out. Broski says you can argue everyone has some degree of brain damage, though. I don't... Well, let me avoid the technicalities and just instead focus on... Oh, I can't cast any of these. Instead focus on, like, literally CTE or brain damage. You know, like, proper diagnose, not just, like, sort of what my feeling is on the issue or what a perspective is. So, I mean, like, that's... I'm not a medical professional, but it's things like that that just make me uncomfortable when it comes to... American sports, some American sports like American football. That one's a good one. Yeah, dude, let's just play a little token generator return, shall we? No way, does reroll just not have the Landos? Alright, well in that case, I'm definitely going to play this Legion Warboss first. Awesome. Bam. Alright. I think this is... shit, I maybe should have done that last turn. Or pre-combat. I'm actually just going to hold it back in this regard. Deafening Clarions are running there. So, you know. That could happen. Reroll's a little screwed on land. I'm a little concerned about our sequencing. Sure. Hand looks good to me. Yeah, I mean, 5-color Yorion decks really seem like the 5-color will struggle. Okie dokie. Turn to Charming Prince. So I think, depending upon what I draw, I might even shock in the Steam Vents. If I get a Mystic Dispute in the next few turns. Mystic Dispute I think is going to be nice here. Alright. I guess it's not getting shocked in. I guess we're going to shock in a Sacred Foundry. I suppose I should have played the Sacred Foundry first. Well, I don't care. I don't care even a little bit. This is our last game of the day, by the way. This is a very, very nice draw. If I can find a Winota. That one's actually pretty good, too. Especially if our opponent Thought Erasures us here. Oh, yes! Look at what time it is. I didn't even realize that. Guys, it's evening snuggle time. We gotta... Here, let me give you some scritches and just tempt you. I think these are perfectly acceptable cards to have. Yeah, come on. Absolutely. I would be delighted if you came up for some snuggles. Yeah, there you go. There you go, sweetheart. Yeah, little licks. There you go. Yeah, here, just tuck your little head in there. I know it's cozy. Yeah. Oh, am I not... I'm sorry. Maybe I should use my right arm. There you go. There, that makes you more comfortable. The problem is that I really do need to... That's my headphones. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that just the craziest thing? Yeah, I love you too. Love you too. There you go. I think this is why the game would use that mana. I don't know. I highly doubt there's a counter spell in this. I don't know. That just seems like it would be weird to me.
Not to brag, but I'm totally hey. These little guys are great.
Yeah, just rest. Just rest. That's so sad.
Wherever I go, it's not often
I
I'm out.
don't have
in
enough
the
spears right now.
It's pretty terrible, huh? Yeah. Yeah. Really good cat. Just a really good cat right there. Oh, I love you so much. Feel free to pay free. Really? Seems quite good. Do you just hear how happy this little cat is? Yeah. That's a good sign for us. Oh, yep. Get situated. Now, if we draw a Winota here, then reroll is effed. completely. Goodbye. Goodbye. All right. Man, I'm telling you, one Winota, and we win. One Winota. Just the one. A single Winota, and we've done it. Isn't that wonderful? Just the one true Winota. Can't ask for more. Can't ask. Could ask for less. I'd like to ask for more. Winota, and we instantly win. Would be an incredible thing to see. Ba-da-dum-ba. Come on, a reroll. Oh yes, reroll. I wish for reroll to die. I mean, there could be counters. I mean, the chances of a counterspell being in here are a little lower than maybe an Aether Gust. And up in ranks we go, we go. Well, hey, everyone. That was a wonderful little session of Magic the Gathering we had together today. I'm going to be playing tomorrow. Not sure what I'll be playing. Thursday, we're gonna do drafts. Drafts! Crafty drafties. Hope you had yourself some fun. I think it might be time to eat some sandwiches. Ah, the joys of quarantine. Guys, have a great day. That was a fun afternoon and a fun deck. Goodbye.